Tzu Chi USA headquarters distribute food packages with the help of several compassionate groups. Tzu Chi designs an innovative bag kit to distribute multigrain powder to local families in need. Welcome to Diet Headlines. I'm Maggie Tai. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi USA headquarters prepare 1,000 fruits and vegetables for low-income families in the greater Los Angeles areas with the assistance of local governments and some compassionate organizations. Volunteers carefully examine and pick the fresh vegetables to prepare for distribution for 1,000 households in need for food. Tzu Chi USA headquarters have been packing them for 4 days consecutively.
We will pack a bag about 16 to 18 pounds on top of a box that weigh about 12 to 13 pounds from the Los Angeles Food Bank. So the total weight is about 28 pounds when the care recipients receive it.
This time we work with many compassionate people like Weight Trend Food Corporation in the U.S. and some smaller foundations. Next, we hope to collaborate in other aspects with some other organizations so we can give direct services to those in need.
Due to the pandemic, many items are out of stock. This time, the U.S. Weight Trend only sponsors 1,000 organic noodles. This is a good beginning, and we have more collaboration in the future.
The distribution spot was at the Walnut Education Center. Cars lining up were extended several kilometers, but none of them needed to get out of the car to receive the items as volunteers distributed them like takeout orders.
My team and I have been deployed here to make sure that there's safety for the folks that are driving on Brea Canyon, to make sure, because we're going to have a lot of folks that are pulling into this location to get those food items, and we want to make sure that everybody's safe getting in and everybody's safe getting back onto Brea Canyon Cutoff.
Tzu Chi Foundation offered food to the needy. This not only helped out society, but also the image of Chinese in the U.S. We're willing to help people and families in need here.
I came to Tzu Chi Elementary School to receive the food today. Thank you, Tzu Chi volunteers.
I learned about this information from a friend at the Senior Activity Center, thanks to Tzu Chi USA headquarters and volunteers to distribute food to us.
And everyone was very, they had a big smile on their face after we gave them the food. I feel very grateful that I'm able to participate in this, and it is a very good learning experience.
Some families who have children would feel very helpful to receive these 8 items in this difficult period of time.
Through the car window, the care recipient families gave their appreciation and loving response, which were the best gifts for volunteers' efforts. During the epidemic, Long Island Tzu Chi volunteers provided fresh vegetables and fruits for local residents. Thus, they went to nursing homes and sent 2,000 masks to show great love from worldwide Tzu Chi family.
Freeport has very bad situation here. We are supporting them, to give them fresh vegetables, and they can have a good meal after they go home.
Unfortunately, in Long Island, food insecurity is a big problem. I think now with everything happening with COVID, it's becoming more apparent to the public that we're getting people now that have been furloughed, laid off.
We are expecting to serve 75 families, which means we'll feed 300 people.
I am from Buddhist Tzu Chi Foundation. We are going to give you very healthy food.
I'm glad the Tzu Chi they came today, and it's important because we have not received our normal fruits, vegetables, and bread donation. It has allowed us to be able to help those families that are coming out.
Thank you. The biggest problem they have is a lack of fresh produce. In order to have a balanced meal, we don't give them any junk food.
This situation hit all of us. I think the help you are bringing us benefits everyone. In my family, my wife has no job at the moment, and this help is needed.
Every time we have a chance to talk to people, show our love and care to them, that they are not lonely. We are here. Hi, Gilbert. Hi, Gilbert. How are you? She's a single mother. Her son has leukemia. So I told her, come over here, I give you a debit card. And she was so happy.
Thank you.
In the future, we will keep coming. We will support them and encourage them.
You know. Also, you have to just here. Here, you see the.
Harbor House Assisted Living caters to people with memory impairments, Alzheimer's, and dementia.
Original, all those are supposed to come from Taiwan. You know Taiwan, right?
Yes. I can't even believe the amount of PPE you guys just gave us, all the masks, 2,000 masks. Like, it's incredible. We've had such a hard time getting, personal protection equipment. Everybody here is a lifesaver in some way, which is truly amazing. Everyone's working together, helping each other. The fact that you were able to deliver to us was incredible. You saved our residents' lives, you saved our lives, and we're not gonna get through this without help of you and, the community at large. It's tremendous, tremendous, and so appreciated. Thank you, with all our hearts. We're so grateful.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Australia donated anti-epidemic materials from abroad to various hospitals and police stations. Those uploaded 4 comics to a community platform to promote vegetarianism.
The 17 boxes of epidemic prevention materials arrived at the airport and were delivered directly to the Mater Hospital, including mask protective clothing and goggles. A large thank you card made by students was also attached.
As has been said many times, it's a marathon, not a sprint, so we need to keep doing all this good work, but having supplies like this will make our lives much easier.
Dear Master Jiang Yen, and among the places to receive help from you was our own Mater Hospital. Their gratitude is obvious in their smiles as they received these precious goods.
From the south to the north, medical supplies were sent to many hospitals in Australia.
Thank you to Tzu Chi Australia providing and donating to us at Northern Sydney Local Health District 6,000 masks. These masks will go to each of our hospitals, Royal North Shore, Hornsby Hospital, Mona Vale, and at times Macquarie Hospital as well. So it's really valuable that these masks have come to us.
We're actually trying to conserve it, but it's still great to have that extra stock and to be able to treat those patients that really need to be treated.
Thank you.
Tzu Chi also looked after the protectors of the peace, presenting them with special gifts to keep them safe.
Going to the airport and stopping people at the airport from coming in and then putting them in hotels and guarding people in hotels, that's something we never thought we'd have to do, and here we are dealing with it. You have gone to this trouble to help us keep our community safe.
With global cooperation of Tzu Chi people regarding supplies, we are definitely able to do it. Besides, advocating vegetarianism will help reduce the incidence of future outbreaks. Additionally, a vegetarian diet was promoted to help alleviate the epidemic, as Tzu Jing's drew 4 different cartoons which social media promoted to help keep everyone safe.
Tzu Chi Thailand has been helping underprivileged families in Bangkok during the pandemic. They have also went to deliver daily supplies and food to remote villages to solve their food shortage crisis.
The pandemic is still widespread, and Tzu Chi Thailand chapter continues giving away daily supplies to people whose lives have been affected. Pong Sui, who received her supplies in Ratchaburi last month, is volunteering this time in Bangkok.
I saw a lot of people suffering like me, but I have the ability to give help, and I am grateful for this chance to help with everyone.
When I became someone who can help people, it allows me to realize that besides the good that Tzu Chi has given to me, it also inspires my heart, so I can continue this love to help people who need more help than me.
Besides people in the major city, located north of Bangkok, the county of Bang Krui in Changwon Nonthaburi also asked Tzu Chi for help. While the volunteers contacted for distribution there, the county magistrate was always with them.
I thank Taiwan and the Tzu Chi volunteers in Thailand. I thank everyone for giving their love to help the folks of Bang Krui, whose lives have become difficult because of the epidemic.
I thank everyone for helping Thai people because you are so caring about us.
Further north of Bangkok, there is also a group of people who lost their job in the city and returned to their homes in Amphoe Phan, Chiang Mai. Local Tzu Chi volunteers also immediately purchased goods to help them solve the food shortage problems.
The epidemic has made people's lives difficult. So Tzu Chi will encourage you by giving you daily supplies for 2 months.
I'm grateful that Tzu Chi volunteers really love us a lot. They have never given up on us. This love is always there. They really help me and the folks from my town a lot.
Tzu Chi Thailand volunteers have assisted over 1,500 families, and many people are also touched that they are willing to help people to expand love.
Tzu Chi has cooperated with local NGOs to provide assistance in Sierra Leone since the Ebola outbreak for 15 years. Follow our reports, we show you an innovative design of the bucket for distributing the multigrain powder for local families.
At the Huanan Jinshi Bowl, these 23-liter buckets will soon be filled with grain flour and sent to Sierra Leone. This time, they drew a special hole so a facet can be added later.
They can directly soak grain powder in this bucket, which can also be used to carry the clean water they need. The first consideration is it will not leak. Even without the faucet, they can also put the things they need inside.
The faucet is designed attentively, and high-quality silicone gaskets are installed to prevent water leakage, which will save water resources, and a special hole cover is developed to make the buckets more versatile. In 2015, Tzu Chi cooperated with 3 local NGOs to carry out charity relief due to the Ebola outbreak in Sierra Leone. In 2018, Master Zhen Yan was worried about the nutritional issues of local people, so Tzu Chi began to provide multigrain powder and other materials to them. This year, water resources are being considered, and hence the idea of adding a facet to the bucket was developed.
The wording of the United Nations use is WASH, which means that a safe water source, sanitized facilities, and behavior education are needed to help third-world developing countries.
Each 23-liter bucket holds 10 kilograms of multigrain powder and with facet components, accompanied with assembly instructions and a 7-step hand-washing health education leaflet. It is expected that 600 buckets will be sent to Sierra Leone in mid-July this year, spreading love to West Africa.
On the International Nurse Day, nurses from Cadet Tzu Chi Dialysis Center choose to share love with dialysis patients. Considering many of their family can't return home to visit them due to the restriction order, nurses collected their children's video to greet to surprise the patients.
Now we are collecting the video clips from the children of the parents so we can give them a little surprise.
On the International Nurse Day, the nursing team of the Dialysis Center is busy organizing a celebration for the Parents' Day.
The stamp symbolizes Tzu Chi's support to us, and the top here represents our patients and nurses. We are a family with one heart. This is also edible, so we decided to give them a broccoli.
Kami decide nak bagi broccoli. Selamat Hari Ibu. Tengok.
The broccoli bouquets were gifts for these dialysis patients from nurses. They've also organized a video chat so that patients can meet their children in other places online.
This gift is very precious and I'm very happy. I'm grateful to all the nurses because they took care of me well.
Selamat menyambut Hari Juru Rawat.
Happy Nurse Day. We're thrilled and excited to video chat with our dad. We haven't been back to our hometown for a long time due to restriction order. We can't return for the Ramadan. We give thanks to all Tzu Chi family for taking care of our dad.
Terima kasih banyak. Terima kasih jaga abah kami.
你们就像我们的妈妈一样，很感恩哦，就是有你们哦，有你们才有今天的我们。感恩，感恩。
Patients and nurses give thanks and support to each other. The smiles on patients' face are the best gifts for the nursing team. Tzu Chi volunteers in Puli District, Nantou, helped a farmer who struggled with an oversupplied cabbage. In total, they harvested 350 heads of cabbage and also called on neighbors to purchase it.
Every cabbage in the garden is large and fresh, but unfortunately, the demand in the market is not good. Volunteers mobilized to help harvest. Pan Yumei, a recycling volunteer who is good at growing vegetables, is responsible for guiding everyone.
I'm used to doing hard work. I don't feel tired.
Volunteer Wang Jiaofu, who has a small figure, struggles to carry the heavy cabbages. Although he has a hard expression, he feels blessed.
It's a lie to say they're not heavy. Although they are very heavy, I feel very happy to move them.
Volunteer Liu Liqiu, who is responsible for taking phone orders, came up with a simpler sales method with her husband.
To help our care recipient harvest cabbage, he thought it is best to find bamboo shoot bags to hold the cabbages.
One big bag, which carries 7 pieces, costs $3.3 US, and people don't need to harvest themselves. Even neighbors come to buy.
We have earned back part of the cost as well as wages.
After a busy day, volunteers have collected 350 cabbages. For the vegetable farmer, Mr. Wei, and his family, the support of volunteers was quite touching.
45-year-old Hu Jinlun suffered from nasal cancer 2 years ago, and his family were facing financial crisis. A friend introduced them to Tzu Chi, and they have received help ever since. As Hu's condition has become stable, now they hope to reciprocate the love.
这些都是哪里来的？
Bags of recyclables are piled up in front of his store. 45-year-old Hu Jinlun suffers from the final stage of nasal cancer, but he still does recycling every day.
These are for giving love. I pick recyclables to help other people, not for my daily expenses. If you are capable, you must help other people. Then you will have gratitude.
Hu Jinlun said that he was grateful because 2 years ago, he was diagnosed with nasal cancer, and their lives became difficult. Then Tzu Chi stepped in to help, and the couple will never forget this love.
The brothers came in 2018 to help the couple fix the roof, but he was lying in bed. He didn't know who came and couldn't recognize who was who. Furthermore, he was very ill.
Every month, the sisters will buy the rice, cooking oil, and other items for me. Sometimes, the factory does not pay my salary on time, so when the sisters come every month, I will not feel anxious.
The volunteers company helped Hu Jinlun to regain health. Now he does recycling with his wife every day.
When I ride my scooter on the street and see a recyclable, I will pick it up and put it on my scooter. I will stop my scooter, pick up the recyclable, and place it on my scooter.
The couple now sees doing recycling is one major event in paying back to volunteers. They also hope to expand this love in their community.
During the Japanese colonial period, the father of Taiwan's waterway system, Yoshiro Hamano, offered instructions about the construction of many waterways. Among them, the Tainan Waterworks is the best preserved example. Here's our report.
Every family has a faucet, and now they can simply turn it on and fresh water runs into their house. Such a technology is due to the construction of the waterworks during the Japanese colonial era.
Complete buildings and water purification equipment have been retained from the Japanese era, as 88-year-old Chen Shunjie was a technician serving during that time.
This is a rapid filter to filter clean water, which will then be sent over there.
Of all the equipment in the park, 14 are British-style rapid filters, and he has experience operating all of them.
You have to filter, wash, and do everything very carefully, because if the water was sent and did not pass the machine inspection, there will be an immediate fine.
Does everything with the Japanese careful working manner. At that time, the civil engineer Hamano Yasuhiro followed a British engineer, William Burton, to create the Tainan Water Works.
After the Japanese came to Taiwan in 1895, they found that the overall public hygiene and environment was very poor. One reason was that the drinking water and domestic use water was groundwater at the time.
The water source was the Zhengwen River. At that time, the water quality was not too bad, but there was a water diversion facility which had two parts. One is to use the surface water, and the other is to use under the surface flowing water.
The Tainan Water Works took nearby Zhongwen River and brought it to a sedimentation pool, and then through fast filter cartridge sent to suction filtration building, and then to the clean pool area.
There are a total of 198 steps here. At that time, the Tainan Waterworks passed this filtered water to pools at the top through the use of a motor, and then to the rest of Tainan.
First pump the water to this higher elevation to adjust the pressure, and then the amount of water sent is determined by gravity and flow to the rest of the Tainan city.
This entire 56-hectare waterworks park and water pool area have been completely preserved. Some of the water intake equipment and sedimentation tanks continue to be used today. The waterworks up the hill is currently in use by Taiwan Water Corporation. Mao Boshuan's father is an old employee of the Tainan Waterworks. He also joined the water company due to the influence of his father.
Dad often tells us that the quantity and quality of tap water is very important because it is related to human health and hygiene as well as our daily habits.
Unlike the old equipment, modern water purification plants are now fully automated. Therefore, the Tainan Waterworks no longer had to serve, and its role was taken over by Wushantou, Nanhua, and Zhongwen reservoirs.
During high water periods, we try to use river water as much as possible and keep reservoir water, whereas during dry season, if there is not much river water, we use reservoir water instead.
Water is a precious resource, and the special historic waterworks and park teaches us to think about water and also cherish our hard-won water resource.
Tzu Chi volunteers in the Philippines prepare vegetarian meals to give thanks to medical staffs in several hospitals. Take a look and see you next time.